Brothers, welcome you to tonight's presentation, which is an update on the 78th Grand Conclave by Brother Stuart Turner, our Grand Marshal.
Good evening, brothers, and thank you very much for sitting in on this video chat, video conference webinar regarding the 78th Grand Conclave of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, scheduled for July 5th through 12th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This conclave is being hosted by Epsilon Rho, Xi, and the talented 10th District. And what I think that we have put in place and what we continue to work toward is what we hope will be your greatest conclave experience. Let me just take one moment just to thank Brother Brown for setting up this video conference and taking on added responsibilities and all of his hard work for Epsilon Rho and the 10th District. Again, my name is Brother Stuart Turner. I am the Grand Marshal. I pledged at Psi Chapter Morehouse College, spring of 1985. And I can say, as I'm celebrating my 27th year in the frat, every minute has been fantastic. So what I want to do is just take a few moments here with you, just to share a few points, and then I look forward to answering any questions that you may have. And what I would want you to do is take this message back to your respective districts, chapters, lines, any brother that you come across, and share with them some of the ideas and what we've been able to do to try to move the fraternity forward as we move into the next 100 years, or what I like to say is the first conclave of the second century of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. Here in Minneapolis, what do people always think about? People immediately think about the cold weather. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. In July, you won't have to worry about the cold weather. Yes, we all know that there are some times here in Minneapolis where the weather gets a little brutal, but you'll see that we have a tremendous weather should never be a problem in July. It's a very beautiful city, as you see, skylines, 10,000 lakes in the state of Minnesota. You have two major rivers, the Mississippi River as well as the Minnesota River, that crisscross here in the city to just give you tremendous backdrops and sunsets for you to appreciate if you're making this not only as a conclave choice but as a vacation choice. What we also have is very enthusiastic brothers here in Minnesota. Epsilon Rho is celebrating its 50th anniversary as a graduate chapter, and Xi chapter, which is the undergraduate chapter here within the city at the University of Minnesota, is celebrating its 61st year. So as you'll see, the chapters have been around, have been here, and have played a very active part in the community. What we have done is we have entitled this conclave, and IHQ has, and based on our recommendations and where we saw the things and the livelihood here in Minneapolis, is community meets character. And that theme truly sets out what it is that this fraternity is all about, so that the city of Minneapolis gets to see really what all the things that Omega brings to it, not only to the organization as a social organization, but as we uplift the community as well. And what we try to do based on that community meets character is set in place various activities that we think will give you um, and will give you the opportunity to enjoy the many things that Minneapolis has to offer. And let me go back. I said 61 years for Xi chapter. Let me correct that. And it's 91 years for Xi chapter. But with that being said, we have laid out things that we think are going to be a little bit different for this conclave, a little bit different from conclaves in the past. Obviously, you're going to talk about the business of Omega, because one thing that the conclave is set to do by Constitution is it be to convene the brothers for the purpose of handling the business of Omega. But also, we know that the brothers like to plan a vacation around the conclave. The brothers like to come out and have a good time around the conclave. The brothers like to get together with one another and do what the brothers like to do. And a lot of that has to do with as we all know, we are all brothers, and it's that whole fraternal instinct that we have, and uplifting and living out our cardinal principles. So, with that being said, we have planned entertainment. We have planned a career fair, which we've entitled Minnesota Avenue. Minnesota in particular, but narrow it down to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, are the home to 21 Fortune 500 companies. And what we've been able to do is partner with those companies to bring to you a career fair that will not only enhance you, the individual, our younger brothers, but also for those brothers who wish to pursue career changes, for those brothers who want to seek out some entrepreneurial opportunities. And by doing that, we think that that's just giving you something, giving the brothers something else to that they will walk away from the conclave, and they'll have a chance to see and hear and do all the things that they're really what the fraternity is set out to do. For those of you who want to bring your spouses along, the QEDs here that are associated with Epsilon Rho have done a great job of laying out activities for the QEDs, which include live performances. It includes spa and Mall of America trips and other activities which they think will cater to the spouses of Omega Men. And then we have the Q Kids. What we've done is we've put together a program. So if you want to bring your children, not only register yourself, not only register your wife, but also register your children. If your children are registered, we have a program for them, so they won't just be sitting around the hotels. They will have a chance to get out and see the different things in Minneapolis, including some of our world-class museums. We have a day at an amusement park, water park, as well as also they will have a trip and have a day at the Mall of America as well. So what you see is we've tried to make this as family friendly as it can be, and also for the brothers who don't bring a family, for those who like to do what we all like to do. So that will all be included as well. As part of the whole theme of community meets character, we also have put together a community relations type of program. The community relations program will include a project with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. We have Michael Baisden, who is a spokesman for Big Brothers Big Sisters, but the nationally syndicated radio host will be here in town. He will make an appearance. He will talk to he'll talk to our kids here in Minneapolis, as well as he will talk about what Omega is doing with Big Brothers Big Sisters, as we've partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters as a mentoring piece for what the fraternity is all about. So that's just another opportunity. We also have partnered with a group called Ready for Success. Ready for Success is a program here in Minneapolis that helps uplift men who are either A, getting out of jail, or B, moving forward in their careers. And they need an opportunity to be helped with some of the things and getting back on their feet. And so, what we're asking each brother to do, and we know you all have a suit, shirt, tie in your closet that you're not using, bring it with you here to Minneapolis. What our goal is to have the largest suit drive ever in the history of not only the fraternity, but just you think about the number of brothers that we have here in the fraternity, and all of us who have a suit that we're not using. And let's donate that suit to a young man who is now moving forward in his life, who needs to get back on his feet, needs to have that opportunity to dress appropriately to move forward in his career, to start a new career. And this will be a chance for you to do just that. So those are just some of the things that we have that are community related. We think that we have partnered with the university. We also have partnered with the University of Minnesota and our youth leadership conference. We're asking and we are expecting 200 young men, juniors and rising seniors in high school who will travel here to the Twin Cities and be a part of our youth leadership program. And with that, they will listen to lectures from business leaders. They will listen to um, to educators, and they will have a chance to learn from Omega Men all the things that are important to develop into the type of young men that we need to move forward, that will make them a pillar in the community as they go move forward. Also, as part of our nationally mandated programs, we have our Fatherhood Initiative. As many of you are familiar with, this is just a recently signed on program under President Obama and his Fatherhood Initiative. And as part of our Fatherhood Initiative, in conjunction with our activities with Big Brothers Big Sisters, we are partnering together and asking each brother to spend some time with one of the young men that will be here in the city to mentor and share your thoughts. And the whole idea is for that young man to walk away with your telephone number and your email, and you have a chance to communicate far beyond the Minneapolis Conclave, so that that young man has someone that they can turn to and develop a relationship with and move forward with, and have that person, whether they're back in their city or with the technological age that we're in, to have a chance to continue to dialogue with the brothers, so that to help uplift that young man. As part of our conclave, we also have initiated a kind of a different spin or a different twist on our healthcare initiative. As part of our healthcare initiative, we have a 5K fun run and walk that's scheduled for the Saturday of the conclave, as well as we have a health fair and a health symposium. As part of the health fair, it is with the American Cancer Society. It has partnered with us, and we are going to have speakers come in and talk to the brothers about the things that are important, um, heart disease, prostate, etc., so that we can leave the conclave and have a better understanding of healthy living and healthy choices, as well as we have hospitals who have come forward, and they will also participate with us and give various screenings. So you have again the opportunity to take away from the conclave more than just what has been experienced in the past. Again, just going back to, I already discussed the youth leadership and living with the purpose, partnered with the University of Minnesota and those national businesses, the 21 Fortune 500 companies that I previously mentioned. The talent hunt this year is going to be something that you have never seen before. The talent of these young men and women is incredible. The opportunity for some of the, I'm saying this with a tremendous smile on my face because I have had a chance to hear many of the kids perform while I've attended various district meetings, and I must say that this is truly the cream of the crop. This demonstration that we have here and have planned for Sunday will be something that you have never heard before. So if you want to hear the future of entertainment in this country, you need to come out to this year's International Talent Hunt. Now, what would a vacation be, or what would your getaway be, or what would your conclave be if you don't have an opportunity to take on, put your feet up, relax, enjoy the brotherhood? And some of the things that will go along with that include a tremendous golf experience planned at Victory Lakes Country Club, the shopping that's available here in Minneapolis. We have a reduced tax rate, as well as you can't be here in the state of 10,000 lakes and not put your your line in the water. So you have the opportunity to. We have a fishing trip planned for those of you who do like to fish. We have a fishing excursion to an area called Lake Mille Lacs. It's a little north and west of Minneapolis, and you'll have a chance to do the things that you like to do to relax. So our goal is to give you opportunities to do other things. So we know you're going to be here to be about the business of Omega, but we also want you to be here and experience everything that Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the entire Twin Cities area has to offer. So now I'm asking you, brothers, this is our call to action. The call to action is what we need from you now. We need you to communicate this message to every district. We need you to communicate this message to every chapter. We need you to communicate this message to every brother that you come across that Minneapolis and this conclave is truly a unique experience. So as you travel across the country, regardless to whether you're in the first district or the 12th district, if you are in the second, seventh, or eighth, or here in the talented 10th, you have to, we're encouraging you and asking you to spread the word that the brothers of Epsilon Rho and the brothers of Xi and the brothers of the talented 10th have put together a conclave that we think and we believe that is going to be an experience like no other. That truly we have set the foundation upon what other conclaves and other cities are going to have to build on. That truly we have laid the foundation and the cornerstone as we move into the next century of this fraternity. So again, brothers, get out there and shake hands with the brothers as you do. As you talk to the brothers, as you interact with your chapters, go ahead and spread this word. So now it brings me to a question that I get over and over again. Things regarding registration, hotel, transportation, and the overall agenda. Some of the things that you need to be aware of. The main hotels, the headquarter hotels are the Hilton, Minneapolis, and the Millennium Hotel. Both hotels are approximately a block and a half from the Minneapolis Convention Center. We also have the Hilton Garden Inn and the Holiday Inn Express. So those are the hotels that are directly associated uh, with the conclave. And if you go through the process of registering, once you have completed registration, you will then be taken to another page, another link, and that page will take you to your hotel choices. Uh, we have been able to help maintain costs as we recognize that we are coming out of three national meetings in a row: the Raleigh Conclave, the Centennial Conclave in Washington, D.C., and then now the 78th Grand Conclave here in Minneapolis. So what we've been able to do is help control the costs, and some of those costs are associated with the hotel costs. So we have hotel rooms ranging from $109 a night to $129 a night. The next thing is for those brothers who prefer to only stay for one night or two nights, then the local chapter has some other hotel choices for you. Those hotels include the Crown Plaza downtown, the Best Western Normandy Inn, and the Doubletree St. Louis Park. The Doubletree St. Louis Park is approximately 3 miles from downtown Minneapolis. The Crown Plaza and the Best Western are both within 4.5 blocks of the Minneapolis Convention Center. Again, it's for those to give you other options in the event that you only choose to stay one or two nights and you still need to stay nearby the convention center. Those rates range from approximately $99 a night to $119 a night. In 1969, the state of Virginia Department of Tourism created a slogan and a tagline called Virginia is for Lovers. Over that time, other cities, states, even countries have developed taglines for their Department of Tourism. New York uses only in New York. Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, brothers, what we want you to recognize is that if Virginia is for lovers, you got to recognize that Minnesota is for brothers. And we're talking about Omega Brothers. This is the place where the Omega Brothers are convening for our 78th Grand Conclave. And this is where you need to be in order to, again, move forward and be a part of what we have in store for you. So, brothers, as I begin to conclude, what I want to share with you is Minnesota is for brothers who love whether you want a peaceful moment, picnic on a beach, or for those brothers who want to be out at a larger venue and just be the bros at other venues. Minneapolis is for brothers who like this. If you want to be where beautiful women are, right here for you. Minnesota is for brothers who love culture. Minneapolis is the home to nearly 60 museums and 130 art galleries. Minneapolis is the home to a new African American Museum and Cultural Center. Minneapolis is the home to fine dining, world-class sports, as well as other attractions that you will find more than enough to keep you occupied. Minneapolis is a home to world-class golf. As I mentioned, we have some of the top golf courses in the world, including Interlochen Country Club and Hazeltine National, where the U.S. Open and the PGA have recently been held. What we have arranged for you is fantastic golf at Victory Links, which is the sister course to TPC Minnesota, and it is a tremendous, tremendous opportunity for you to play some great golf. Minneapolis is also the place for brothers who love families, brothers who can plan a pre or post vacation opportunity. What we have for you is those hotel rates extend 3 days before or 3 days after the conclave. So if you still want to maintain, and again, if you still want to plan your trip and bring others or extend your stay and not bring your family, you can still do it and do it at a economical rate. Minnesota is the place, as you all know, for the Mall of America, where you have over 520 stores. 400 and for roughly 40 million visitors each year attend this mall. And I have to share with you, it is if you like to shop, if you can't find it at the Mall of America, you just can't find it. Again, brothers, Minneapolis is for brothers who just love being with the brothers. So, with that being said, I'm going to open up the floor to you for questions and answers. Some of the general information for you regarding registration, regarding any additional information that you may need is at the fraternity website, oppf.org. Also, we have a site, the Epsilon Rho site, mnqs.com. And the other is other information I just want to share with you just very quickly is I have recently extended the early registration period. Early registration now has been extended until May 15th. The undergraduate rate pre-register early bird registration is $275, $375 after May 15th. The graduate registration is $375 up until May 15th. After May 15th, it's $450. Still a great value. The things that you're going to be able to do for that price are tremendous. One last thing I want to share with you is I want you all to take out your cell phones right now. And right now, while we're talking, take your cell phone out and text the word conclave to 55469. Again, right now, take out your cell phone and text the word conclave to 55469. That will provide you with updates. That will allow you, standard text rates apply, but it will allow you to receive our updated messages regarding the conclave. When things happen, when events are planned, when different parties might be available at different times, discounted rates. It'll all get to you via your text program. So, gentlemen, I just want to once again thank you very much for your time. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve as your Grand Marshal. If you ever have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach me directly. My email is turnspit, that's turnspit at gmail.com.